All right, so your dog is jumping. Now, there's lots of reasons why dogs jump, and often it's for happiness. So anyways, what happens is your dog is jumping, and maybe that's not really your problem. You may not really care for it. But don't forget, when you go out or when you have people come over, they may be jumping at them as well because that's what they think is normal. So when you do your daily walk and you come across some older lady and the dog is bigger and it jumps up at the older lady or the young child and knock them over, you will be responsible for that. So keep that in mind. It's not always acceptable for a dog to jump, and it's very good for a dog to learn not to do this. So first I need to explain to you what not to do when your dog is jumping. You don't want to pull them and yank them down every time. You don't want to kind of force it because they don't really understand that part when you yank them down by their collar or something or just push them down. The other thing is you don't want to knee them either. You don't want to just, dogs jump and just pounce them back with your knee or something, or just kind of bounce them off as if it's a bigger dog. Or step on their toes. Don't start stepping on their toes to prevent them from jumping up. So, why do dogs jump? Well, again, as I said, they like to jump for various reasons, and often it's a happy thing. You know, dogs jump, you come home, they're so excited, they want the attention from you. So what we often do that we don't realize, we actually encourage them to jump. Wow, brainwave maybe, because you may not have realized this. When you come home, your dog's very happy to see you, and you're like, okay, buddy, okay, that's okay. And you don't actually appreciate him jumping at you, but unconsciously, subconsciously, you're actually encouraging him because you're petting him as he is jumping up at you. You're like, okay, buddy, it's okay. And then you run, go away, do your stuff. But the dog still has some anxiousness that needs to come out of their system. So you end up actually encouraging him to jump because you're rewarding him by petting him. Hey, buddy, it's okay, jumping up. And maybe, as I said, you like this, but it's still good for your dog to realize that no. They have to sit. So it's important that you have to teach your dog to stop jumping. So how do we do this? Because that's, of course, sometimes a challenge. And this comes down to repetition. Repeat. You have to continually do this for your dog to realize that if I want to be pet and rewarded when I come home, when you come home from work, they have to sit. So first thing you need to do is make them sit. We'll go over in the actual doggy class how to do this, but for now, by then you should already know. Most people already know how to make the dog sit. It's not that hard to do. So you make them sit, then you reward them. If for some reason he jumps up again, turn around or walk away, ignore him. And then if he wants attention, sit. Okay, now we can get a scratch. So in the end, it's again repetition because they're so excited. They want to be touched and pet and loved and just all the love and attention from you. But the only way you're going to get it is when you sit. No, sit. Touch. Oh, no, sit. Turn around. Ignore them. Walk away, whatever you need to do. You need to ignore them because that's upsetting. You're finally home and they want attention from you. And you're not giving it to them. But you're only giving it to them when they sit. So they have to learn to sit. So obviously they learn it actually pretty quickly because if you want attention and that's the only way to get it, they'll get it because they want it. So that's a very quick way to kind of teach them to stop the jump. The trouble, unfortunately, is, and I cannot do much about this, is when you go out, you go for a walk, or you have people, your friends to come over or something, or family members, and a dog jumps up at them. And you're trying to teach your dog not to do this. And you have to tell the strangers outside or your family members or your friends that are coming to do the same thing. Now, how can you do this when the dog sees them come in the door and they jump up at them? It's tough. Because, oh, Joey, by the way, ignore the dog, make him sit, and then pet him. You can't just do that. So it's very tough. And often people say, oh, it's okay. It's just the dog. I'm just seeing him. It's very unfortunate because the person where your dog is jumping up at is actually not respecting your wishes for your dog to learn not to jump. So unfortunately, you have to be quick to tell them, I need to make my dog sit. Well, it's okay. No, I need my dog to behave, and I need him to learn that it's not acceptable around strangers. It's tough, and unfortunately, you have to sometimes just pull the dog away and just go around them. Other than that, they won't learn to stop the jumping. So you have to do it around you, and hopefully they're discouraged from doing it around strangers as well. So again, it's a matter of doing it around the house, maybe with other family members. They all have to do it, so it becomes a habit that jumping is not accepted, and over time they will learn to stay away from the jumping with new people as well. So hopefully that will help. Yes, again, it's tough with strangers, and this should work if you do it around the house and on a regular basis. And again, repeat. You have to keep practicing, keep doing it, and you will be successful. All right, we'll see you in the next videos.